If you know me in real life or you follow my TikTok at all, by the way, link in the description, you'll know I have a certain liking to a particular anime. But that isn't my only hobby. See, I also have another one. I also enjoy a certain plant life that originated in Central Asia or Western China. And with that out of the way, what I thought we'd do here today is combine my two biggest passions in life and make a JJK Smoke Circle tier list. This is going to be an anime only one, so you don't have to worry about any manga spoilers. However, I have missed off a few characters that are, slightly smaller or minor. So let's get into it. The first person we have up on the batting plate is my boy Todo. Ayo Todo. Todo is a bit of a specimen, absolutely jacked. But part of me doesn't think he's going to be good to smoke with. He might be fun to hang around. With his technique, he's just going to steal the doink every time. Oh, sorry. Is that coming to you? No, it isn't. Now I've got the doink. Do you see what I mean? And all he has to do is put a little bit of cursed energy into that roll up, and then he has it any time he wants. For that reason, I'm going to put him in C tier. Next up, we have Choso. Now, Choso started off the anime being a villain, ended it kind of being on our side. He does seem pretty chill, I'll give him that. However, smoke-wise, I think he'd freak out. Okay, I think he'd just break down and start having that little, panicky thing right after he Yuji. So, for that reason, simply because I don't feel like babysitting a cursed spirit, putting him in A tier. Next up, we got Dagon. Now, listen, I'm gonna be real. Dagon's a fish. Okay, he doesn't have lungs, so he can't smoke weed. Okay, for that reason, he's going in F. Simple as. If he could, maybe we'd have a different conversation, but he can't. Next up, we've got the honoured one, the one and only Gojo Satoru. Now, as much as I like Gojo as a character, and I do like Gojo as a character, he'd be an absolute goddamn nightmare to smoke with. Are you joking? Every time you put that thing to your lips, limitless technique, can't touch it. You know what I mean? It ain't going to happen. Oh, sorry, he can't wait his turn in the rotation. Oh, what's that? Blue? Whoop! Yes, I'll have that joint now, please. It'd also be goddamn annoying, let's be honest. For that reason, he's going with Choso. Next up, we've got Hanami. Hanami is literally the cursed spirit of plants, the embodiment of humans' fear of plants. You're at the function, and his cursed technique can just grow plants. Need I say any more? Oh, no, we've ran out. No, we haven't. You want some sour diesel? There you go. Stardog? For some reason. There you go. Skittles? There you go. Easy. For that reason, Hanami's our first S tier. Literally unlimited.
Check the family group chat.
It's the coldest holding music I've ever heard. And we're back. Apologies about that. On a completely unrelated note, if you're trying to quit smoking or vaping, shout out to these big boys right here. Anyway, back to the tier list. I don't even know this guy's name. He annoys the hell out of me. He's just an absolute coward. Literally a self-proclaimed coward. He'd just be an absolute nightmare and try and stab everyone in the back. So, F tier. Definitely the type of person, if it's a 2-toke rotation, he's the type of person taking 3. That's all I'm going to say. Next up, we've got Ichigo. I think that's how you say his name, or something like that. He's a helper, seems very chill, but he is a bit uptight. I think he'd be incredibly nervous about doing it. I also think it would be his first time. That being said, wouldn't be an unpleasant experience. Might have to coach him through, but I think he'd be alright. If he can handle Gojo, he can handle a joint. For that reason, slap him in C with Todo. Next, we've got Toji's Inventory Curse Spirit. Shout out. I'm putting this guy in A, which I know what you're thinking. He's a cursed spirit. He doesn't do anything. He just carries Toji's weapons. Exactly. One of the most common annoyances of stoners, carrying around you know, all the equipment for it. You know, you got your grinder, papers, maybe even a bong. You know, it's heavy. There's a lot of stuff in the modern day smoker's arsenal, and that's why I'm putting him in A tier. Because all you have to do, reach over your shoulder. There's your bong. There's your dab rig. So that's why he's in A tier. Next up, we have Jogo. There's literally a scene in the first series where Jogo is smoking out of a pipe in a hot spring. Need I say more? This guy's already a stoner. He's going in S tier. He'd be chill as hell. Also, he can light your joints for you. Next up. Next up, we got Junpei, man. I'm still not over Junpei. That being said, he's an emo kid. So he'd probably be more into like Xanax and stuff. However, he does strike me as the occasional smoker. And that reason, he's going in B. Plus, his jellyfish would be cool ass lighting for the smoke chest. What I'm saying. Next up, we got Useless Miwa. She's not actually useless. Well, she is actually completely useless the entire fucking series. So, however, she's nice. I think she'd be chill. You know, there's not really much to say. B tier, you know, just chill. Next up, we've got Mekamaru. Listen, Mekamaru, pre, you know, Mahito's in intervention with his, you know, whole situation, his whole bathtub situation. Pre that, he's going in E or F. All right, he was a loner, absolute, just complete. He's an arsehole. He's an arsehole. Understandably so, still an arsehole. However, after Mahito's transformation, and also after Mahito transforms him, I should say, and he dies, he has a bit of a awakening and realises he was an arsehole. So we'll give him the benefit of the doubt. And I'd say after he's died, you know, he's going in D. I think that's a good place for him. Next up, we have, that is Mai. She's a bitch. All right, she is a bitch. There's no redeeming qualities in Mai. I don't like her at all. However, her curse technique is to create anything out of cursed energy, anything physical out of cursed energy. Now, in the show, she could only create enough to have a bullet. However, if she got her money up, got them bands up, she could create joints out of thin air. But that doesn't excuse her from being a bitch. So I'm putting her in E. If she couldn't make joints out of thin air, she'd be an F. Next up, we've got my girl Maki. She's a badass, okay? There's no way to say it. She's an absolute badass. Headstrong. Just, honestly, possibly my favourite character in the series. However, she's a bit intense, okay? For that intensity, I'm not sure she'd be a very good smoke partner. For that reason, she's going in D. Next up, we've got the principal something. I'll be honest, I don't really have much to go on this guy. He seems kind of chill. Seems okay. I don't know. Don't have really much more to say about it. I'm putting him in C. It just seems like a good spot for him. Now, Megami. I'll be honest. Megami ain't going high for one reason. You know, he'd just start tweaking off the blunt and summon Maharaga, okay? I'm talking, he'd take one hit, get a bit freaked out, and then, sacred treasure! I'm serious, alright? Everyone's dying. He gets even a little bit paranoid. Everyone on the set is getting murked. For that reason, he's going to have to be in F tier. I apologise. No, we'll put him in E. We'll put him in E. He's not quite F. Now, we have... I do know her name, I promise. Mei. See, I knew that. I knew it. It's not a big deal. Mei can control crows. She doesn't particularly help. Unless it's for one thing. A public one. Because she can do a bit of scouting. Make sure there's no, you know, feds or dodgy people. But she is an absolute bitch that got Nanami killed. So... for that reason, she's going in F. Next, we've got Miguel. Big ups, Miguel. Just didn't deserve what he got, really. Well, actually, no, he kind of did, but just Gojo was a bit racially motivated when he was, you know, beating the absolute hell out of him. He seems pretty chill. One of the few sorcerers you see that don't originate from Japan. Miguel, I mean, he's a bad guy, but he seems alright, and he did go toe-to-toe with Gojo. So for that reason, just because I want to hear how the hell he didn't shit himself, He's going in C. Yeah, he's going in C. Next up, we've got Momo. I don't really have much to go on here again. She can fly, so that'd be pretty cool. Wind blasts, but, no one wants strong gusts of wind when you're smoking. She looks like a goddamn child, so for that reason, I'm going to have to put her in A. Next up, Nanami. Oh, Nanami's a smoker joker. He has to put her with Gojo every single day. He is smoking, I promise you that. Plus, his 7-3 ratio would be really handy, divvying up the bud. So, for that reason, he's going in B, because I love Nanami. Next up, we've got Nabito, or Nabuto, however you say it. He can go really fast. There's not much to him. However, he's an alcoholic. I'm going to have to put him in E, because he's going to be an absolute nightmare, alright? He's going to start shouting about how crap his daughters are. Oh, Nobara. Nobara is up next. Nobara's my girl, alright? Her curse technique might not be useful for smoking. However, she's chill as hell, and she's a fan of Maki, so I'm a fan of her, basically. She's going in A. I want to smoke with Nobara. I want to smoke with Nobara. Next up, Narutoshi. I don't like Narutoshi, okay? He wanted to kill Yuji. He wasn't wrong. He probably should have died. He just seemed like he'd be on edge the whole time. I'm really trying to think of a redeeming quality of Narutoshi, and I don't think I can. Maybe you could use blood manipulation to, pass the joint. He's a bit of an arsehole. But did help Yuji in the final episode of JJK. So that gives him a bit of a bump. We're going to put him in D. Woohoo! Panda. We've got Panda up next. Need I say more? Listen, he's a goddamn panda. Right? He sits around. They chew bamboo. You know what I mean? Panda is just the epitome of a chill guy. He really is. Other than Yuji, the only shining light in JJK. For that reason, he's going in A. I'm smoking. Yeah, no. He's going in S. Listen, if you watch the show, you know what I mean. Alright, it's Panda. Okay? It's Panda. He's chill as hell. Next up, we've got Riko, also known as the Star Plasma Vessel. However, she is still in high school. For that reason, she's an F. Okay, I'm not smoking with a normal high schooler. Okay, that's boring. Next up, we have Shoko. Now, Shoko is a healer. Okay, one of the very few that can use reverse techniques on others in the anime anyway. She's chilled. She smokes cigarettes anyway. The moment you start coughing up a lung, she's there with a reverse technique to help you out. All right, no one's greening out today. For that reason, she's going in A. Okay, she's just an all-round helpful person, and she's chill. Next up, we've got Geto. Now, we've got a bit of a decision to make here, because do we go pre-massacre Geto, or do we go post-massacre Geto? Now, pre-massacre Geto might be kind of chill. He has, various cursed spirits that could help out. I don't know, but at least one of his cursed spirits is going to help with the smoke. However, post-massacre Geto, seeing as I'm a human, he might just kill me and call me a monkey in the process. He's going to be in D. Next up, we've got Sukuna. I mean, he's not going to be good, is it? He's going to slice the joint in half. He's just going to troll the whole time. All right, he's not there to smoke. He's just there to take the mick. For that reason, he's an F tier. He'd be horrible. He'd just be shouting about how no one can beat him the whole time. Next up, we've got Ino. Just refresh your memory. Ino's the one who almost got absolutely bodied by Toji on top of the skyscraper. However, he's chill as hell. He's Nanami's pupil. Chill guy. He's going in B tier. Next up, we have Uzumaki. Now, this creates a bit of a dilemma here. Inumaki is incredibly chill. However, the unfortunate scenario is Sukuna cut off both of his arms in Shibuya, so he can't hold the joint. For that reason, he's in A tier. Except is he? Is he in A tier? Because his cursed speech. All he has to say is, get faded. You don't even need weed. Actually, you don't even need weed to get high with him. What am I saying? He's an S tier. You joking? All he has to go is get faded, and everyone in the room is going to be high as balls. So, he's an S tier. Now we've got Toji. He might be a murderer. He might be an assassin. He might be a terrible father. But what he is a degenerate gambling addict. And that I can fuck with. He's an A tier for that. Next up, we've got Prince. We got the old dude, the principal of the Kyoto school. I've forgotten his name. He did try to kill Yuji. Has never been on Yuji's side. Not that I can blame him. You know, normally, if we're just looking at his character, he'd be pretty low. However, his curse technique, he shreds the electric guitar. And what sesh is complete without a bit of music? For that reason, he's in B tier. Now we are down to the last two. The MC, Yuji. Now I love Yuji, okay? I do love Yuji, but he seems kind of mid when it comes to smoking. What can I say? He doesn't really seem to lean one way or the other. Listen, here's my dilemma. You bring Yuji, you bring Sukuna, okay? You know, he goes to take a puff, and then Sukuna's there on his cheek, just puffing away on it. You know what I mean? So you bring one, you bring both. For that reason, he's going to have to be in D tier. And last, but certainly not least, we've got Yuta. Listen, Yuta smokes, okay? I'm pretty sure Yuta smokes. He also has a curse technique copy, can copy people's curse techniques. For that reason, he's going in S tier. Because look who he can copy. If he copies Hanami, there you go, free bud. Plus, he's a chill guy, he's a nice guy. I don't have anything wrong with Yuta. Which may surprise some of the anime-only ones of you. And yeah, that's it. That is my official JJK smoke tier list. Let me know if you guys agree with this tier list. Let me know what you would have done differently. I'll have a link in the description where you can make your own tier list of this. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.